People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. First thing that is popping in the news is an update as it pertains to, you guessed it, Donna-Lee Donaldson, Noel Maitland, Cathy Smith. Now people, I am going to speak about a couple of things because with this, it seems as if the DPP, it seems as if the poor investigators and the lawyers, they are making out these defendants, meaning Noel and Cathy, to be victims, and we see that the actual victim, Donna-Lee Donaldson, has been victimized. I am going to speak about a voice note or an interview that the Indicom commissioner did. His name is Hugh Faulkner. I am going to also speak about an interview in which the lawyer for Cathy, his name is Oswest Senior Smith, did. Now people, there is something going around that Mr. Noel Maitland pretty much flipped the lid under pressure and him lose him head. And he is now a resident of Ward 21. Pretty much him mad out and gone Bellevue-ish. Now people, when I heard that, the first thing me say, what other type of tricks is this murderer? Is this gunman? Is this rogue popo trying to pull off? Is he going to use some sorts of insanity defense in courts? Now people, truth be told, whenever I listen to any sorts of stuff, I have to rely on my source. So therefore, if this source is not a source that I know that is credible and that everybody knows is credible, it is just hearsay. So people, like me say, take that with a grain of salt. I will speak about this more further on in the news. Now people, like I've said before, the lawyer for Cathy Smith, his name is Oswest Senior Smith. He's been long putting an image out there as if this lady is not getting any sorts of justice. This lady is getting all sorts of death threats. This lady's phone, WhatsApp, it has been bombarded by all sorts of threatening calls. As a matter of fact, he said to the extent in which her family that is living overseas, their address has been exposed on social media. So people, take a listen, take a look to exactly what he has to say, and then I'll give my piece.
Her number is being bombarded on WhatsApp or with WhatsApp messages on the WhatsApp platform. Her number has been put out there in the social media space. Her sister's home has been identified, and threats are being issued towards her, towards members of her family. There should be no rushing any process or short-circuiting any process, because my client deserves the benefit of an impartial and objective investigation.
Now people, this lawyer, we understand that, listen, criminal lawyers in Jamaica, the operative word criminal is exactly what they are. Once they get that retainer, they will paint a picture of the devil with his pitchfork, him hand and him tail, and paint it as if Picasso painted an image of Jesus Christ, God, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. So therefore, that is what they are paid for, to represent their clients by all means necessary, if them even have to lie, if them even have to make a cold-blooded Killer, seems as if the Saint Cathy Ann to be specific. So pretty much he is saying that he does not feel as if the investigation is treating her fairly. They are being impartial, especially people on social media, and not only on social media, in our real life. He claims that people are calling her phone, people are seeing her in her real life, people are threatening her life. She's been bombarded on social media, specifically WhatsApp, with all sorts of DEATH threats. He even claimed that, listen, they know the location of family members and they are going to pull up. And you know, so when them pull up, the body get full up of all sorts of SHOTS. That is the impression that he is trying to give. Now people, we see what has been going on. We see the buffoonery. We see all sorts of voice notes. You name it, it is out there. Any possible way that you can spin this story. Somebody says something upon the moon, upon Pluto, under the bottom of the sea. Everybody say everything. Everybody know everything. However, we know that a whole bunch of that is not factual. However, my point in saying that is this. Are you going to tell me that bloggers like myself and other social media influencer bloggers that have all sorts of people I call them, I tell them a whole bunch of BS, some facts, you're going to tell me that nobody has any sorts of voice notes, nobody has any sorts of address, and people, you know that if this voice note or picture or address existed, everybody would have it. Everybody would want to be the first person for post it, for the cloud chasing. So therefore, my point in all of this is that pretty much this lady is being shielded. Noel has been shielded. There's no sorts of information, whereabouts or sighting, especially as it pertains to Cathy. So I just say, there is no information, nobody has anything. However, people, it seems as if these lawyers don't realize, or they must know, because they are supposed to be some sort of big name, credible lawyer. So therefore, them want to know, say, the people them are going to want to know, say, alright, you claim that there was death threats, you claim that there were voice note, you claim that there were address. Where is the proof? The proof is in the pudding. However, people, if you tell a lie a million times to a bunch of fool people, eventually that lie is going to be truth. However, based on what has been going on social media from this case start, we realize we can't listen to the lawyer, we can't listen to ACP Fitzbailey, we can't listen to Mr. McGregor, we can't even listen to Indicom. And Indicom is supposed to be the most credible. Indicom has no sort of reason to lie because Indicom is supposed to represent the people. However, the people feel as if they've gotten no sorts of representation from nobody, point blank and period. So people, leave that there, so. I told you that I also have an interview that was done by the commissioner of Indicom. His name is Hugh Faulkner. So take a listen, take a look to exactly what Mr. Faulkner has to say, and then I'll give my piece.
We are taking, which we do not necessarily serve the interest of justice to announce every step into the public domain, even though we understand the need for the public to be kept up to date. But we are in touch with the family and certain processes are going through. And so we just ask the public patience as far as our role is concerned. The process of investigation at times, will take a little longer time than the public might perceive, but we are taking our steps judiciously.
Now people, you hear what the big boss from Indicom have to say. Pretty much the people the family of Donna-Lee Donaldson has been waiting for a very long time. So therefore, the people them kind of get impatient. The people them get frustrated. The people them want justice like yesterday. The last thing that they want to hear, and people, they really have no source of choice, because they realize that the whole system of justice in Jamaica is like molasses running down a hill in a blizzard in Alaska. Do the maths, you'll see exactly what I am speaking about. So therefore, this man is now saying, listen, yes, we have made contact with the family. Yes, there's a probe. There's an intense investigation that has gone a far way. However, it needs to go further. We need more proof. We need more information. So if you patient people that are running out of patience and are so frustrated can just give us a little more time, in which it is obvious that we don't have. It is obvious that we are at our wits' end on waiting for justice. It is obvious that we know, say, listen, justice delayed is justice denied. That is to say, that is out there before this case. So people, when these wise people make these saying or these proverbs or these psalms, there is a reason, because them already know it is like a prediction, it is like a prophecy. What will happen whenever this goes on? So therefore, should we expect any sorts of justice from the ACP, DCP, investigators, detective, prosecution, Paula Llewellyn, and even Indicom in this case? However, people, at this point, we understand how Jamaica go. We have pretty much no sorts of choice. Whenever you are poor, whenever you're not a part of the upper echelon of society, you pretty much have to take what them give. So people, me just say, let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think that they are doing enough? Do you think that they are being efficient enough? Do you think that the whole justice system, including Indicom, JCF, DPP, needs a revamp? It needs to pretty much BLO up and start all over from scratch. So people, last but not least, Mr. Noel Maitland, Houdini, the trickster, the scamster. What type of tricks is he going to pull out the hat this time? Because people, a couple of persons contact me and them say, is it true that Noel pretty much flipped the lid? Noel lose him head, and Noel is a patient down a Bellevue-ish, Ward 21 to be specific. People, me I go tell you the truth, me hear the rumors too. However, I have not heard it from any sort of source in which I would be deemed to be credible. Now people, when I first heard the rumors are propaganda, because people, it is not factual until it is proven that this man they are Ward 21 and him a mad out. The first thing I said, this man pretty much has no sorts of conscience, because if he had any sorts of conscience from the start, he would not let the baby mother, Katyan, influence him to be a part of any sorts of MURDER, whether he was there, whether he did it, or whether he was a part of the baby mother and himself taking her out. People, I don't know the circumstances. However, in my humble estimation, I would say that she was taken out and she was dumped somewhere in the deep blue sea or some part in a Riverton. People, me not really know. However, people, my point is this. I would be very surprised if I heard that this man actually lost any type of sleep. I would be very surprised if this man's conscience is playing on his mind. However, people, there's a thing that is called reaction. Your conscience can play tricks on you. And there's a thing that is called karma. Karma comes early, karma comes late. So people, let's wait and see what happens. If this is true, if this is rumors, if this is propaganda, which I think that it is. However, I would not be surprised that this youth is going to try some sorts of scam, some sorts of sham, because it tells you, it shows you that is what he is about. He is very tricky. He is very conniving. And the fact that him have a lawyer like Bert Samuels, I would not be surprised, because they will do just about anything to get their client off any sorts of charges, including a very bad murder missing as it pertains to Donna-Lee Donaldson, point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me said, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.